we got a chance to speak to the cast of Foundation on Apple TV Plus. Check out our conversation with Terrence Mann and Cassian Bilton. I'm so glad Foundation is back. It always kills me that I have to wait so long between seasons. I'm a huge Asimov fan, so this is like my birthday and Christmas all rolled into one. Um, my question for the both of you is the show is incredibly cerebral and deals with centuries of upheaval. And I was wondering, as actors, how you guys stay connected to the emotional stakes of something like this when the timeline is across hundreds of years.
And this is going to sound like a simplistic answer, but I think we just do what's in front of us. And what I mean by that is I think at this stage, we spent so much time on this show, and we spent 5 years living alongside each other and talking about these characters and talking about this world. And I think as much as from the outside the Cleons might be perceived as complex, they do have very complex emotional inner lives. The central conceit is pretty straightforward, which is you are the older version of me, and can I learn from you? And what does it mean to live alongside someone that is both you but not you? And so I think we come into these scenes and I honestly just look at the scene and think, what do I need to do as an actor in order to convey the fact that I feel this certain way and run with that? And I think as much as the show has this complexity and scale to it, it is a familial relationship between myself, Dusk, Day, and Demoiselle. And we're very lucky that that's echoed off screen and we all get on so well. And so we kind of get a lot for free, and inevitably there is a sort of cross-pollination between our off-set life and our on-set life. But I think we just come in and think, okay, we might be wearing robes and walk around a palace, but we're just a complex family, and I'm sure we've all had complex family dynamics before.
Yeah. Just your average dysfunctional family trying to get through the day and, take care of 5 billion planets.
I was just going to say, I mean, just your average family. The dynamic, Lee gets to have a lot of fun this season. He gets to let his hair down and go all loosey-goosey. Can you talk to me about, I guess, your characters across the 3 seasons and how you approach the subtly different versions of each of your characters?
Over 3 seasons?
Over 3 seasons.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, mine's pretty straightforward.
Was it a conscious thing, is what I'm asking, or is it just on the page?
I think it's both. I think it's first on the page what we're given, and with respect just to Dusk, it's from season 1 to now. It's just been I'm the paternal, wise advisor emeritus that sits over in the corner and watches the Middle Throne rule and helps the Dawn come along, and to be the next one, and then you got to walk off into the ashes and be killed. So and that's a pretty clear distinction. Then that is pretty much what happens in season 2. But there's that sense of mortality that starts to creep in, and about living or not living, about wanting to carry on the lineage, the crown, or should we do something else? And then by season 3, because of what happens in the Middle Throne, all the wheels come off the wagon, and we're trying to just salvage ourselves, and that's when he sort of just devolves into King Lear.
Yes, all of this is both incredibly Shakespearean and prescient at the same time. Watching season 3 right now is incredibly disconcerting. One of the funnest things about season 3 is that there is that external threat by way of the Mule. But I was curious, in an otherwise cerebral show, how did Pilu entering this shake things up for you guys?
I mean, hugely.
Hugely,
yeah.
There'd never been a power greater than our power in our presence.
Not at all. And I think also as an actor, Pilu brings this dangerous electric energy to everything he does. I remember we were talking about this last night. Actually, we were shooting a sequence in the Hologlobe room, which tends to be a set where we do a lot of informational catch up or political
exposition. Yeah.
And we've done those scenes 100 times in season 1, season 2, and we come to this scene, and Pilu had just arrived on production, and in that sequence he's off screen, and he came to set anyway. and he hid behind this wooden set and started like screaming and like squealing and like completely freaking us out while we're filming it. And that's really what you want as an actor, is to feel like you're stable insofar as you've done the work, but you've done enough work and you come to set and you can be spontaneous and alive and present with the actor opposite you who's giving so much. And I think Pilu brings this like just crazed mania to the show, and it really keeps us all on our A game, both as characters and as actors. He's fantastic.
Oh, wow, that sounds absolutely amazing. I think I've got time for like one more question. But very quickly, I'm curious, as actors and performers, when you approach something like science fiction, is there a different dramatic approach to, say, fantasy or comedy or everyday human drama? Or do you have to pull from all of those things?
I think you have to draw from the humanity, or find the humanity in all of those genres you just spoke of. Where are the human beings in this? Where are the people in this? You know, how can I connect emotionally? And I think you have to start there, and then let the text, let the script, let the storytelling, let all the special effects do the work for you outside of that. But if there's not the emotional connection, the sort of stuff that you don't see but you feel between actors and characters, then it's all pretty deep as a teaspoon. You got to delve deep into who everybody is to one another.
Yeah. I mean, Terry sums that up so well. I remember when I was casting this show, I have a friend called Artie Frushan, who's on Carnival Row, which was a show that was another fantasy show.
Great show.
And I went and spoke to him and asked him for advice, and he said, just remember, Cassian, all you can do is play a scene. All you can do is be a person in front of a person. You can't play epic science fiction. That's not our jobs.
Right.
All you can do is like leave that to the other brilliant people involved in the project. Know the scene, understand it emotionally, and just talk to the human being opposite you and hope that it will land. And that's exactly what Terry is saying. And that's all we do when we come to set.
Right.
It's very easy to get lost in the scale of the show. But as actors, our job really is to go, hi, how are you? How are you feeling? Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I asked that just because science fiction remains the hardest sell. Especially, I mean, for a science fiction fan like me, it's super easy. But for everyone else, even with my wife, I'm just like, no, you have to watch Foundation.
Tell your wife.
It's amazing. Yeah.
This is a message coming to your wife. Please watch Foundation.
There we go. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. And congratulations on the season. I need more, so much more.
Oh, thank you so much.
Great questions. Thanks,
cheers.
Man. Have a nice day.
Okay, cheers.
Tell me, was this part of your plan?
Season 3 of Foundation is now streaming on Apple TV+. Let us know what you think of the show. Sound off in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.